What up, though?
What up, though?
Happy Thursday. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
It's definitely a holiday around this bitch.
Yes. We're so dedicated. We could be out drinking, but we brought our own party to the set.
So instead of us being out drinking, we actually in the studio drinking, where it's much safer.
While we about to
Chuck
serve
trying
y'all
to get
up.
people toe up.
No, I just didn't forget anybody today. I didn't want nobody in their feelings. I wanted this to be a smooth
I wanted to drink
hour.
I wanted to drink that young lady made. 'Cause that mug was looking good. Y'all was sitting here sipping that
we
mug.
got you, though.
With the fruits and the leaves and berries and everything else in it.
We definitely didn't forget about you. We got you. We got you. See, breaking out the past.
We're going to work on that. We're going to work on that. We're going to do better.
We're moving ahead. We're moving ahead. What's going on?
So, couple things. Not only is it Cinco de Mayo, but it is my oldest nephew's 20th birthday. So shout out to Zealand. Happy birthday to my nephew.
Happy birthday. Definitely.
I am so sorry I couldn't make it to your dinner, but I love you very much. And we're going to spend some time together.
I didn't realize how close of age he was to my son.
Yeah.
Oh, that's somebody who was recording us. It's playing shit loud. I had to check my volume. Like, is that fucking me or the fuck is that? But I'm sorry about that. But back to your nephew's birthday. Happy birthday!
20 years old today. Happy birthday!
Yeah, it's my wife's birthday too.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yeah,
look at that.
I almost played hooky on y'all, but I decided.
He had a job to do, so he's here. So I hope she understands. We appreciate him, sure.
Oh, no, that's cool. She'll be here when
it's definitely Taurus season.
We got shit to do.
You know, and I fuck with Taurus. My mama's a Taurus.
My
mama's
like,
birthday coming
up.
up.
Fuck with Tauruses.
Yeah,
shout out to Tauruses.
She's something else, but she a Taurus.
Shout out to your mom.
Yeah.
She might like me this year.
Actually, my close outside of that's crazy because outside of you, one other person, my closest is Tauruses.
Wow.
Like my clan is Taurus.
You only need one Sag.
I got a couple though.
I'm the best.
But you is the only best friend, Sag. So, yeah, definitely.
You a Sag too? Did we have this conversation? I feel like we had this conversation. Okay. I was going to say
that's why you like me.
Sounding vaguely familiar.
It probably is, yeah. What's going on in the world though, outside of me drinking because I have a reason, because it's Cinco de Mayo, and I'm not going to even.
So I want to shout out one other situation. So y'all know we had the conversation about gym shoes and how I love to wear gym shoes.
Oh, shit.
But tomorrow, your girl is getting all the way full throttle glam, like evening gown. I'm going to a gala. I'm going to the What If Promise Ball put on by the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. I'm going in.
That's dope.
Yes.
Dope. So is it a fundraiser?
You got a date?
Oh, I'm going to get the date from there.
Oh, that's a good place though to meet somebody.
Exactly.
Well, all right then.
Yes.
And where is it at?
It's at Ford Field. The event is being chaired by my best friend and her husband, their family, because my niece is not my niece by blood, but she is my niece by love. And she was diagnosed with juvenile diabetes in September of 2019. She is now 14. She was 12 at the time. And it really took their family for a loop because it was totally unexpected. She had been hospitalized. They didn't know what happened, and that was the diagnosis. So ever since then, they've just like kind of trained Blake to take the bull by the horns, turn it into a testimony.
Awesome. That's awesome.
And now she is she's an ambassador for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. She designs their logo freehand. She's doing our logo. She designs their logo freehand.
Y'all heard that. She's also doing our logo. That's why it doesn't
14 years old.
Shout out
she is dope. So I'm going to post the link to donate to the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation on our YouTube and on our Instagram. And if you can find it in your heart to donate, please do. And I will post a little TikTok or something when I get my full look together. But
to show us what you look like when you went to the event.
She gonna bring it. That's all y'all need to know.
That's what's up. That's dope. That's dope. I'm happy that they actually got involved.
Yes.
And that they're able to get involved.
Yes.
I'm sure that there's a lot of others who would love to be able to do the same thing. But it's always nice to see a black family working together and supporting the cause, especially when this relates to our children.
And you nailed it. That's what they wanted. They wanted to have more brown representation in the whole situation.
Because you don't see that. Especially we don't talk about it a lot because a lot of people that we even know, who we may be close to are actually diagnosed or had diabetes, and we are just not aware because it's just not a regular topic within the household or within the black community, period. Because a lot of times with us, we tend to hide shit.
Yes.
Like we think that it's a shameful thing to say that I got diabetes or to state any type of disease that we're struggling with or dealing with. We tend to shy away from having those conversations because a lot of times, unfortunately, our culture comes across very judgmental.
Ooh, and we're going to get into that today. So today, we're doing our Random Thoughts. This is volume 2 of the Random Thoughts. But first things are always first. Please, if you want to sponsor an episode, you enjoy what you hear, Definitely. And you want to put a little coin behind us, go ahead and do that. Reach out. Our email is...
A Lady in the Savage Podcast at gmail.com.
Uh-huh. Yep. And also, if you want advice or if you have any juicy situations you want to share with us and you want to get our opinions, please send us an email on that too.
Or if you're just simply going through something and you want a different perspective of maybe a possibility of another choice you can make, definitely hit us up, because I think that we've both been through a lot where we can share some in-depth perspectives and experiences that may be able to help you.
For sure. So let's get right into these streets. Oh my gosh, it was a big news week. Like, so much was going on. It was hard to choose what to talk about.
So what did you choose?
Well, one of the biggest things is this Roe versus Wade situation. There was a leak from the Supreme Court that it is a strong possibility that Roe versus Wade could be overturned. And if you are not familiar, because it's been put into the script years and years and years ago, Roe versus Wade was the decision to allow women to make a choice with their body. They can choose abortion freely and safely and carefully if that is the right choice for them. But now we got some, I guess, conservatives and some silly Billy Goats trying to overturn that, and it's got things in an uproar. It has caused protests. They're trying to... It's very deep, and they're trying to determine who the leak is. A lot of people are trying to single out our new Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown.
So when you say there's a leak, what do you mean by there was a leak? Why the fuck wouldn't we know something like that?
Because it had to come straight from the Supreme Court.
So we would have
like no way
that decision would have been made. Is what you're saying is that decision would have been made, and then we would have been informed if this information was not leaked to the public for us to know about it now. So for me, that's more alarming than the actual action of what the fuck they trying to do.
That's why I lightweight believe it was Ketanji who leaked it, because she like, let me look out.
But that's the type of things that we need to actually be thinking about, a bill to put in place for things like that. Like, how do you guys make decisions behind closed doors without sharing it with us and us being aware and then just informing us? Yeah. That's just like having a job that you don't really give two fucks about. Like, they just making decisions for you. You got to follow through the process or the protocols, when 9 times out of 10, they really don't know what they're doing anyway. And that's sad that we here in this age where there's been so much progression that this will even be a topic.
Welcome to America.
That's
America
scary,
the ghetto. That's why I keep calling this country ghetto. I want to leave.
We literally going ass backwards in time if we having a conversation about whether or not it should be legal or not legal for a woman to make a choice with her own body.
With her own
everything
body.
happens in cycles, my brother.
Like, that's sick to me.
And it keeps being men at the forefront of wanting to overturn it. And it's like, they are just now talking about a possible male birth control, but nobody is ever trying to tell men what they got to do with their parts.
I hope they got that shit straight though. Like, real talk though. If it's a male birth control, if niggas can pop a pill, put a patch, get a stick, like, get a little shot, I guarantee you,
a whole bunch of
98% of us will have been on birth control from the moment we start jacking off. Because why the fuck wouldn't I take it? If I can prevent from procreating with a random or a particular situation, and all I gotta do is take my daily pill, I'm taking my fucking daily pill. And it's covered by my insurance. Like, that's a no-brainer for us.
But you know what's interesting is a lot of men are like anti-vasectomy though. Like, they don't.
Well, see, that's different because there's different areas of complications within a vasectomy than you have with just taking the pill. Like, I'm sure there's going to be some medical differences where you can have symptoms of some sort. But having a vasectomy, everybody has different stories. I'm for that shit too, but there's some situations where there could be erectile dysfunction or some type of issue where some guys have when they have a vasectomy versus if there was something available like there is to y'all, that's a patch, a shot, a pill. We on that shit.
Yes.
See, that's now, we don't want to take that shot or that pill and then do some of the shit it's doing to y'all. Like moody, gaining weight, can't stop fucking eating.
See, that's why I would never trust any contraceptive.
Y'all already moody.
But that's what I'm saying. We don't need nothing to entice our
shenanigans.
Design dysfunction by taking this birth control, basically.
So yeah, my definite take on that is leave a woman's womb alone, for real. Like that cannot be a decision that's governed by the government. That's just insane.
That's just not even a conversation we shouldn't be having.
I don't even know why these old men feel like they should.
Well, see, that goes back to kind of here's the thing. And I'm gonna say this, and this is crazy because it's just as crazy as what we're talking about. At the end of the day, I think a lot of times people forget that you kind of wake a beast when you poke it. And with all of this talk of essentially everybody wants to be equal, not saying that everybody shouldn't be equal, but with all this talk of this clear, fine line of everybody being equal, whether it's gender or whether it's race, all of that, we want to be equal. When you do that, and you had these certain positions that's already been in power, you're basically poking the devil.
Yeah, you opening up.
Because you're saying that I don't like your decision. I want us to be the same. And the devil ain't never gonna say me and you the same.
Yeah, it doesn't stop with just one thing.
It's inevitable for them not to go back into time and to bring up shit that don't matter. Like, it's just that simple.
It's so silly. I just want to remind everybody, if you want to weigh in on any of the topics that we discussed tonight, whether it's the news, whether it's the news or any of our many topics that we discussed tonight for Random Thoughts, please give us a call. We are in the studio live.
Definitely call. Somebody call in.
854. Y'all really should. Is it 9850? Yeah. 248-854-9850. It's been a minute.
And we should definitely know that number as long as we.
I usually.
Because what's this episode? What, 13, 12?
15.
You should.
15?
Damn.
We on 15.
You didn't have that many drinks?
We done did 15 episodes.
Yes.
So we done got you. I ain't gonna say you motherfucker. We done got you people. 15
episodes
15
of our
weeks.
time. Of my time. I mean, because time is valuable. Shit.
Yeah.
Like,
but we love it. 15 weeks.
Wow.
But breaking news. This is still alleged. But this is hot off the press. It's only 2 hours old. It is reported that Kevin Samuels has passed away. But this is still alleged. There's no official confirmation.
We definitely trying to confirm whether or not Kevin
usually
Samuels
TMZ
has passed away.
Drops the factual stuff, and they have not released anything yet. So,
because I read something that said that they found him unresponsive in his apartment.
Home. Yep.
Then another one said that he was dead. Then another one said that he was already in the hospital and he was unresponsive. So it's not really. It hasn't been confirmed whether or not he is or is not. But I have read a lot of comments people have been putting on his page and his post on Instagram and YouTube asking, like, hey, bro, is you alive? Go live for us. Let us know, like, how you going to die on Cinco de Mayo? Like, what's going on? Like, so
at 56 years
definitely
old.
Prayers want to go out. We don't wish that on anybody.
We don't.
And we don't know what the circumstance is, but we hope that that's not the case, that, brother pulled through it.
And for anybody who doesn't know who Kevin Samuels is, he is a self-proclaimed image consultant. He is an influencer on social media, and he is an extremely controversial, I guess I would call him somewhat of like a relationship coach. He tries to explain the breakdown between relationships with black men and women and why women aren't getting married and what black men are looking for in a wife. And he tends to be pretty direct, often rude. And
I'm just getting actually very familiar with him probably over the last 14 episodes.
Because I'm always asking
because he came up about, and Tasha brought him up, which made me start to research him because I only started hearing about him kind of during like the pandemic, but I never really watched whatever brother was doing, but definitely hope that he pulled through or that he's not actually deceased.
So we'll be listening out for that. And then Dave Chappelle. Did you see that? He got attacked.
I mean, I saw that. I don't really think he got attacked. I think that was just some clown shit. I didn't really see no harm in the situation. Like, I mean, that's just... I mean, how many times people run on the stage for a famous motherfucker? Like, that was some normal...
Well, unlike Chris Rock.
They was trying to tackle him, bro.
But they didn't. They didn't do nothing.
Well, because he got
his ass whooped.
He didn't do the Chris Rock. He was like,
saw his
"Oh, you
arm.
trying
I saw they got a broken arm.
They broke his shit.
I saw their arm was broke when they was taking him out. So lesson learned.
They broke his shit up.
That's just a wash. Everybody got what they wanted. He tried to tackle the nigga. They broke his arm. He went through the ambulance, sit his bitch ass down. Like, I don't want that serious. Like, nobody really cares.
Dang.
Well, I don't. I'm not gonna speak for you. I really don't give a fuck about none of that.
I don't know if I care or not. I just thought it was funny that he fought back. Like, oh, you got the wrong one. But where was security?
They was right there.
They was on the side. They came out quick.
Yeah, they came out pretty quick.
But how did he even get up there?
That it happened it happened real quick.
They came out quick.
He jumped up there. It is funny. Jamie Foxx saw it, so he jumped up there. Busta Rhymes was already. I think he was already on the side of the stage with the security.
That whole story sounds funny. Dave on stage, Jamie jumping out, Busta just.
Well, Jamie was in he was in the first row. He saw the dude shoot up on the stage. So once he was up there, Jamie hopped up there real quick. It was just his normal reaction because he didn't know what old boy was
like
doing.
A normal stalking ass person who's either mad at him,
they said he part of the LGBTQIA community.
So they don't really like him at this moment.
Nah, some of them still don't like him.
So maybe they wanted to get at him,
which is still stupid.
That's just natural shit.
He was also a kid. He was 23 years old. The attacker.
I mean, it's always the young ones being stupid, though.
Yeah.
I would say that it's always the young ones that's being convinced to be stupid. I think young motherfuckers don't really make their own decisions. They are very much of a follower.
They are
and somebody
by
is
social media and
teaching
going viral.
or guiding them to do some of the ignorant shit they do. See, I'm a big forgiver for the young, ignorant motherfuckers. Because I think that a lot of things that this young generation does is really a lot of what they see. It's a lot of what's being encouraged or like peer pressured on them.
Chasing for
I don't believe that they are making sound decisions.
Ever.
Not at this moment.
Just
not
like
at this
Shorty
moment.
who posted the prom pics with the guns, like Goofy.
Yo,
like that was dumb.
Shit was goofy.
That was dumb. But am I mad that she lost her scholarship? No.
Well, she said that's a rumor that her auntie spreading lies and being a hater. She very much is still going to be able to attend
that's good.
college.
But what I will say is
scholarships though.
That's the wrong.
She
probably can attend, but that's the wrong image on the scholarship base. That's the wrong image. Like, to me,
it's ignorant.
It's just ignorant. It's ghetto.
Yeah, I don't know why they thought they could do that. We still on Ears to the Streets.
We are, because we got two more. So we got the baby. He can't seem to stay out the news.
So sick of that.
Can we skip him?
Yep. But,
y'all, I'm going in my bag to get some ice because I really don't give a shit about the baby.
But I think that he's canceled for real though. Like his show only sold 800 tickets. They had to cancel the show.
Oh, that was the one that was going on here. But that was part of the promotion. Like, fuck would you have a concert at Aretha Franklin? Ain't that what it's called now?
Aretha Franklin
at the little Aretha Franklin spot. That it ain't even hot yet here.
Yeah.
And that's in like a week. Now the weather is gonna switch on y'all ass to 80 degrees. And I would say whoever was promoting it, I didn't even hear about it.
Was it for Memorial Day? When was he coming?
No, it was like the week. It was like next weekend, like the 15th or 14th or some shit.
Oh, okay.
But the bottom line is I never heard of it until I read that they canceled it. So whoever was promoting, you did a shitty job.
You did a good job. I didn't hear anything.
You did a shitty job. You get an F.
Well, you know what? I mean, we can blame the promoter, but I think some niggas got to understand where you at, where you promoting. Like Detroit niggas is...
But they not really promoting. That's what I'm saying.
Know your audience.
No, listen, what I'm saying, because I've been a promoter. I've put on stuff like, if there's anything with the artist that can be any type of shady... You know how Detroit niggas is. We judge a lot of niggas.
Yeah.
We judge.
Like, for real.
Definitely.
We're very judgmental.
So, had the baby not have all this other shit going on and been in the news for stupid shit, then if he had promoted this, he probably would have got way more tickets sold.
That's what I'm saying.
Because niggas in Detroit ain't fucking with him
no
right now because they think he whack.
He is whack.
So you know what I'm saying?
Bro was hot for a minute, but then after you keep being in the news,
like he just got in trouble like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you want to fight everybody.
You socking niggas on stage.
To me, he
trying to jump niggas outside of, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he wasn't
why you trying to jump niggas outside your own concert?
But he's not a tall guy.
No, but he wasn't doing well as an artist long enough.
He might have a little nigga. He might have a little man.
He got that little man complex.
He might have a little nigga.
That nigga 5'3".
Yeah, he might have a little nigga. So in him, he's always being tested. As if y'all really testing his manhood, like y'all fucking with him like he ain't a man because he's not over 5'5".
Random, y'all remember Muggsy Bogues? He remind me of like a more brown skinned Muggsy Bogues. Like they could be brothers or cousins.
I hope that's not the case.
I used to collect trading cards when I was a kid. Muggsy Bogues. I did too.
Actually, I was just asking my mama, did she have my Nike box of fucking basketball cards because I had so many rookie cards and I hear that this shit actually costs. She talking about she can't find them. I had a Shaq. I had a Kobe.
Might be worth a coin.
What you mean? Might be. I was pulling shit up.
You want her to find them damn cards.
I'm going to go over there and look through shit my motherfucking self in a minute because I'm like, lady, you got to be holding these cards hostage. Because I know that you don't throw shit away. Like, my mama keep everything. Like, I know you didn't throw my cards away. You would have called me to come get them before you threw them away. She would have held them shits hostage. And she like, I don't know what it is. Like, bro, I need that. Because I can use some of that right now.
So last but not least, a local news story that blew my mind this week. 18 guns found in the home of a Detroit man making $2,000 a day with a marijuana vending machine.
That shit was genius.
Yeah, Marcellus Cornwell. Genius. Shout out to Marcellus. He went to middle school with me. That's what I thought was so wild.
Hey, I'm going to tell y'all right now, when I read that shit, that was smart to me. I hope, because although in the eyes of this fucked up law it may be considered a crime, he still could have gotten that trademarked. Whether it was his brand that he was using to actually monetize off them vending machines with selling weed, or whether it was just the technological aspect of that, he could have gotten that trademarked. And that shit was actually genius, and they should drop the case.
Well, what's crazy is
they can't because of the guns. That's
what's crazy is the main charge wasn't even the weed. It was the guns. He was already
18.
He was already
18 of them, and a bunch of them were unregistered.
He was a felon. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't supposed to have any firearms.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing.
You know what I'm saying? So
is this okay? I'm not nobody's attorney, but is this his house? Do he own the residence?
I don't know.
If he don't, because we don't know. Because the thing about it is that if he does not own the residence, and the residence is not in his name, if that deed, that mortgage, that light bill, gas bill, phone bill, if something is not in his name in that particular house, who the fuck is to say them was his guns? Because y'all ran in on the house
home, but
that he was at. Y'all saying that this was his home.
Well, they said,
was it his home?
So this is the thing.
Or was it a place of business, which he don't know who was bringing what in? Drop the case.
No, they scouted this dude for months. They scouted him for months.
They scout everybody.
Because somebody snitched, because it said
somebody told on
tip on January 7th came in.
And see, it's hard for me to comment on that.
Somebody was a hater, I feel like.
Because I feel like people be hating on bullshit. And
they was probably mad because they couldn't get a refund.
We get snitch and twisted. This wasn't nothing to snitch about.
And they put some money in the vending machine, and he was like, "You can't get no refund." Yeah. They got mad and snitched on that nigga.
The tip also claimed Cornwell had numerous firearms and was selling drugs and firearms to minors. That's what they told.
So he was selling guns to minors.
That's what they told the police. Yes.
Yeah, that he was selling guns and
to minors.
Not just the weed, but other stuff.
Allegedly, I don't believe it. Let my bro go.
I mean, but the vending machine is genius.
That shit was genius.
That shit is
on the side of the crib.
The crazy thing is,
drop your money, bro. Drop your bag.
It had been there for 2 years, bro.
That's what I'm saying. No human interaction.
He started this during the pandemic, bro.
My man's smart as fuck.
A year, I calculated.
My man is smart as fuck.
A day.
He's smart as fuck. They need to not try to hold him down, throw the book at him. We know that he had a past history with legal issues, but people make better decisions.
They only put him in jail. They put him in jail because of the guns, not because of the weed.
The great thing is they let him out on a $10,000 bond. So we know he got 10 G's if he was making 2 on a daily basis. Like, fuck out of here, man, and drop that case.
Well, even
leave that man alone.
Even with his criminal past, his last offense was in 2009.
Totally different person. That's
felon in possession of a firearm and a felony firearm, and in 2011 for 3 counts of identity theft. Well, I don't know.
In other states, they're making it legal.
What I will say
like,
is,
what's the problem?
I still think he a dumbass.
Well, he made some bad decisions.
Because I got a cousin who almost did the same stupid ass shit, and we had to cuss his ass out. I was like, nigga, you already got a gun charge. It don't matter how long ago it was. It's still on your record, and they only giving you one more chance.
But they don't see that.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, just leave the fucking guns alone. You got all this other shit. If you making money right here,
but that's why I said
leave the guns alone. Let your niggas that's riding with you.
He might not own that house.
You know what I'm saying?
Them is probably not his. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna say probably.
Hey, he was selling them guns, cuz.
Part of his defense. Them are not his fucking guns.
Hey,
he did not own the house.
He was selling them guns, cuz.
He wasn't. He was not selling guns.
Nah, he was selling them guns, cuz.
He did not own.
That nigga was trying to double dip, bro.
That crib better not been in your fucking name. None of them guns better been in your fucking name. Like, I hope that these was your employees.
Well, he couldn't get no guns in his name.
Bad decisions that you just did not have the proper EIN or license to give the tax information to them. So if your attorney is listening, hint, hint, bitch, bro can get off. Because as long as the crib and shit wasn't in his name, he can get off.
He ain't getting
They can drop that. That's why the bond was only 10 G's.
He's not getting off.
The
only reason
that's bullshit.
Listen, the only reason they did the $10,000 bond is because of how long ago the gun charge was. So
it was over 10 years ago.
Until they finished going through all the recovery for the situation with the guns, and they decided they gonna how many counts. You know what I'm saying? They actually might want to charge him whatever. Like he might get some shit reduced. The only thing that's gonna save him, where he might not get jail time, is for the simple fact that the last charge was over a decade ago.
I hope it's just a simple fact of.
But if somebody snitched on him and somebody else come with a credible tip and be like, yeah, this nigga been selling guns for the last 5 years,
I don't believe that.
That nigga might be it.
They lying. What's next, Tasha? They lying.
Well, Marcellus,
y'all need to stop attacking us.
We wish you the best, Marcellus.
That's crazy.
I know.
Hey, real quick on
Marcellus, you was a Bernie Bobcat. We wish you the best.
So real quick on the ears to the street. Real quick, I just saw a story. My homeboy posted it on Facebook. Why is the old Star Theater now going to be another campus for Triumph?
Yes, I saw that. Yeah. Triumph Church has acquired the Star Theater.
Oh, the church. Like,
so it's going to be like a mega church
This
now.
like their 5th campus?
7th campus.
That's crazy.
Oh, where's the... I'm sorry, y'all. I know. I've heard of the church organization, but I didn't know that they had 6 or 5 locations. I thought they maybe had one off Grand River. So do they have multiple locations?
7. Well, see, my thing with Triumph, and I mean, no shade to anyone who.
So is not the main church on Grand River?
No.
So
Triumph.
No, the main
church started in Southfield, I think, with the one over here on J.
No, the main one started on East Grand Boulevard.
Oh, that was the first one, because I've been to that.
Is it still the one on East Grand Boulevard?
Yeah, they still there.
That's still the main one.
That's the main campus.
That's what I thought. So then you got
then you got the Southfield campus.
Okay.
Then they got one on the east side.
So they spreading the word.
Further east or whatever. I forgot where the other one's at.
So we mad because they about to take over the Star Theater.
No, I'm not mad. But
I'm just saying. This is just an ears to the street moment. Like, it's just crazy.
So they trying to take over Word of Faith territory.
Well, I got questions because, like, for me, it just falls in line with, like, I side-eye mega ministry. I side-eye mega churches. And I've been to Triumph a few times, and I felt like Ken Lock's word would be a little watered down.
I've never been.
And to me, he gives me popularity, prosperity preacher, not really.
I've never been to Triumph, whatever the fuck, what is it called?
Triumph.
I've never been. I've heard about it. I've rode past it. I see some of their members out at the bars because I hear them talk about their church. But it don't sound like no place I need to go visit.
I mean, I'm not surprised that they bought it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm now wondering,
but that's good. Somebody do something with that nice space.
They gonna keep.
That's true.
If they're gonna keep the other location they got in Southfield, or did they sell that to the developers that are?
Well, I always thought they were renting that location.
No, they own that one too.
Oh, okay.
But I'm wondering about the church business.
I keep an eye on the church business because I feel like it's a scam.
I'm just wondering if they sold it to the developers that's redoing Northland, because they really like supposed to be redoing a whole bunch of stuff over there. So that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, y'all know.
Because if you're gonna buy that location, why keep the other Southfield location? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
I say keep all your locations. Every location has a stream of income that's coming in.
And that's exactly what the church is.
If the people want to pay their tithes at your location, collect them and let them pay. And give them the word.
You still got the what's-the-name church still sitting on 7 Mile and Woodward.
Suspect.
I don't understand why people be mad about that, because at the end of the day, like I say all the time, I'm not a religious person. I'm very spiritual. I talk to God every day. We have a good relationship. He knows how fucked up I am. He watched me grow. So for me, I really don't understand what the problem is in any of it, because he knows these people. Like, what's in your heart and what you do, like, you can't have that. You can't have that from God.
That's true.
He done watched my trials and my tribulations.
He made you.
So he know what made me into the person that I am. You know what I'm saying? That made me make some of those bad decisions. That made me make some of those good decisions. Like, good or bad, I'm still a child of God. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it really don't matter what nobody or none of that shit do. Now, if you want to feed into the propaganda and you just need a word on the regular and you don't feel like you can sit down and talk to him, hey, then y'all need to talk about that shit, because they ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, pay your tithes, triumph, good luck. I hope y'all keep all locations.
So he say, she say, is posting thirst traps while in a relationship inappropriate? Go.
What is a thirst trap?
Yeah, that's what
Silence. Silence.
Yeah,
you know what a thirst trap is. What make you lick your lips when you see something?
I don't really consider a lot of shit thirst trap. I just think that people have no integrity. So I think there's a difference between having self-respect and integrity and a thirst trap. Like, I think a thirst trap is some shit you post to, like, your only friend side. Like, you know how you had a little green dot?
Do you think that's appropriate while in a relationship, having an OnlyFans?
Hell yeah.
I think everything's appropriate in a relationship. I just think a relationship is just that.
If y'all agree to it.
Yeah. Shit. Like, I wanted one.
Safari and Erica Mena had one, and where are they now?
They was fucking?
They were married.
But I'm saying they had an OnlyFans?
Yes.
I would have watched. I didn't know that. That's new information.
Oh, goodness.
Erica Mena had an OnlyFans? I didn't know that. Shout out to Erica Mena.
Everything on her? Let me stop, because that's one of our topics. I was going to say everything on her fake.
Built. That's cool. But I would at least tuned in for a couple episodes to see what that was. I mean, that's just natural human nature. You want to see what it's like.
All right.
I would want to look at it.
My opinion is no. I think it's thirsty. I mean, if you in a relationship and you posting thirst traps and you know that it's going to get attention, whether it's going to be somebody in your DMs or a bunch of comments with the fire emoji and all of that, and that's what you did it for, it's because you like attention. But I don't think that it's like necessarily like wrong or inappropriate unless your partner said.
But when you say thirst trap, like, what's a thirst trap? Like, what am I posting that's a thirst trap? Like, am I naked, or am I just showing you the silhouette, or am I showing you just a little bit? Like, what am I giving you that's a thirst trap? Because I took the picture, so it ain't thirsty because I took the bitch and posted it. So what's the thirst part of it?
Like, maybe what you're wearing or what you're not wearing. Mm-hmm. Like, if you were to post a pic in your boxers. As a matter of fact, somebody posted a pic. Somebody on social media that was going through a divorce posted a pic in a hotel room in his drawers. And they weren't necessarily boxers. They were like boxer briefs. And he posted the pic in his drawers, and it was like a little bulge there, but it wasn't giving penis bulge. It was giving like balls. And everybody in the comments was roasting him like it looked like nothing but balls, but it was like he posted it because it was a thirst. He thought he
knew he was showing balls,
but he thought he was. I'm sure he thought he was showing peen.
No,
but
he knew he was showing all balls.
He posted it for attention. Like, the whole point was
you have to look at.
He thought he was giving, but it wasn't giving what it was supposed to.
But before you hit post, you see that motherfucker. So that's why I say when you say, I guess because I may appreciate some of these ratchet ass photos that people be posting, because I think a lot of females be on Instagram, they twerking, they in thongs,
and I think they want attention.
Short. I don't really consider that thirst trapping. I just consider that just good content, you know.
But that's
just constant content, you know. You content. Like, what's the problem? That's really what they doing though. They giving you what the fuck getting the most likes, what people looking at, and I don't really consider that like a thirst trap.
And they want those likes. They want that attention.
I think of a thirst trap is that you going like over and beyond. Like it looks awkward. Like you're not comfortable in the shit that you doing. Like you just doing some, I don't know.
For attention and likes.
But that's what this social media shit is. Everybody.
But you can still post anything. Like I've got some of my most liked pictures I'm not scantily clad in at all.
No, but I'm saying when you say thirst trap, I'm thinking like you got to be naked. Like, cause you can't be like you got on. Yeah, because if you ain't butt ass naked, then what's thirsty about it? Because everybody else showing ass and titties but no nipples, or you know what I'm saying? Niggas showing bulges just to get a couple extra. Like everybody doing that shit.
So the short of it is everybody thirsty.
I mean, that's I think everybody can have a little water or some Gatorade. You know what I'm saying? Some Pedialyte. Motherfuckers might be in need of a little Pedialyte. Dehydration.
Everybody thirsty.
But when I'm scrolling through my shit, everybody half naked. Everybody showing more and more skin. Like it's just less and less clothes, which I don't have a problem with.
I'm sure you don't.
I think that the human body is beautiful. I think everybody should just burn their clothes.
Yeah, I ain't tripping off a thirst trap though. That's all I'm saying. If you want to get a bunch of likes from people,
and if you're in a relationship and the person that you with doesn't have a problem with the shit that you posting, like fuck what everybody else got to say.
Exactly.
Because if who you laying with, who you having pillow time with, who helping you pay those bills or supporting you or encouraging you, doesn't have a problem with what you posting, then why are you worried about what anybody else got to say?
Bingo. All right. So first topic. Is financial infidelity just as damaging as physical infidelity? So, for example, you might have the wife that's overspending behind her husband's back, hiding.
That's cheating.
What if she just hiding bags in the trunk of the car? She don't want you to see. She coming home with new shit every day.
Cheating. If you cheating, or if you are financially irresponsible behind the person back,
yes,
I think that's a lie. And lie leads into a form of cheating.
So that is it.
You're causing harm to the commitment ship by lying about where those funds is going. So you want me to be okay, but you keep constantly misplacing the bag.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
Well, I definitely say it's just as damaging as physical cheating because
you might as well physically go fuck somebody because at least spend the money on some new pussy or some dick, like. Get what you looking for if you're gonna go waste the bag outside of us. I hope you wasting it for some real entertainment.
Mm-hmm. And any money that you spending on any habit is detrimental to your home because you're taking away food or whatever needs are needed for the home to pour into your habit. Like it's people who have, been on drugs and lost their house, gamblers losing their house. So
I can relate to the gambling piece. I had a little gambling problem.
It got out of hand for a minute.
I was a real big gambler. Like, yeah.
Damn.
It got out of hand for years. It's still a little bit out of hand, but I'm getting better because I can't gamble right now. Not to the extent that I like to gamble. Like, so I get that. I get that because in certain situations, I never looked at money as money.
Yeah.
So it was always easy for me to blow what the normal person would be like, oh my God, that's crazy. Like, that wasn't crazy to me. That was just like monopoly money.
So my final thought on that is everybody out there, be honest with your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
You might not want to tell them like every single purchase you make, but don't get to like storing stuff in the trunk, hiding stuff, and putting yourself in a bad situation and putting your family in a bad situation.
No, you definitely want to do that. I think that it goes both ways, though. I think there's honesty, talking to your partner, having those right conversations if it's a financial thing, and just pretty much moving past that bullshit.
Do you think partners don't know their partner, though? Like, you don't know your partner like to shop. You don't know they spend a lot. You don't witness.
Yeah, You wouldn't pick their ass. Like, that just is what that is. That was a simple one.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody send that shit to ask or answer.
We have our own list of things.
Oh yeah, it's random thoughts today. I'm sorry, y'all. It's Cinco de Mayo, so I started drinking a little earlier.
Sip, sip, sippy. Next topic is setting boundaries. What do you do to set boundaries amongst your friends and family and whatnot? What are some of your boundaries, Chuck?
I'm learning. I'm new at setting boundaries. That's a tough one for me. I struggle with setting boundaries. Recently, over the last couple of years, I've been learning more and more about how to set boundaries. And I think because I've been such a open person about everything and anything, and no conversation or topic is uncomfortable for me, it was a struggle for me to set boundaries. But now I'm setting boundaries with finances, time, commitments, committing to different obligations, basically encouraging and prompting myself to learn how to say no, how to draw a fine line. Like, you know what I'm saying? I did this shit for you 5 times. Like, okay, this is the last time. You got to learn how to do this shit yourself. Like, I was that person. Like, I didn't really have boundaries. I have a lot of boundaries now. But a lot of people don't look at it as I'm creating boundaries. They looking at it as I'm acting funny, or I don't fuck with them like that. I'm not coming around as much. Yeah, but my boundary is I'm just not allowing myself to be that accessible to you and a resource for you anymore when you took advantage of that shit. Because at the end of the day, that's really, people take advantage of, they know you always gonna come in and pay for their shit, or come in and pick up what they can't take care of, or, well, at least that's just been my experience, where I feel like people just feel like I was obligated to do a lot of stuff. So I'm learning how to not take on unnecessary obligations that is not my responsibility, because I have always been that person that I feel like if I got it, you got it, or if I can rescue you, let me go save this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Boundaries hard for me. I'm learning.
Yeah. I think when it comes to boundaries, you have to also realize, like, who is genuine in your life and who takes advantage. Like, you take a step back and you look at some of your friends and some of your people, and you're like, dang, so-and-so takes and takes and takes and takes. And it doesn't always have to even be like monetary, but just a needy, or always needing something, getting something out of you, draining you. You know what I mean? I remember a great way that it was put for me is, take a look at so-and-so. Does it appear that they are making more withdrawals in your life or deposits?
And I did that. And I actually cut a lot of people off. And what's ironic is I was just actually having this conversation last night. And I have a friend where I feel like my friend just has never really been there for me. Like, never showed up for me. Like, I've always shown up for them. I always pulled up to them. I always did certain shit. And then once I sat back and thought about that shit, like, this month, like, wait a minute. So I just literally just cut ties in a way where it's no love lost. If I see you, you know, it's all love. I fuck with you. It's all, you know, dap, hugs, all that. We can still hang out, whatever. But for me to call you and invite you, for me to call you and set up something or say, let's do this or let's do that, that shit dead.
That's big for me, is someone who shows up for me. I never forget those moments. I take note of that. And I always try to reciprocate, or, you know, just do what I can when I can, because it's times where I've, like, really just needed to see a familiar face or a shoulder. You know, like when you surprised me at the Sky Lantern launch for Kwame, like stuff like that. Like,
you didn't even know I was gonna be there.
I did not know you were gonna come. So, like, stuff like that. Like, if somebody shows up for you, like, that's major. And I think that you should try to do whatever you can to reciprocate that kind of energy, because when it's just hard to get people to be genuine and to show up. But
that's why we best friends. Yeah, she about to cry.
No, don't be doing that.
She about to cry on the air.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, she about to cry. Because that was a special moment, and what happened is she actually briefly mentioned something to me about it, and she knew that I was dealing with a lot, so she didn't even fully give me no details about where she was going to be, what she was doing, what it was about. But I actually took my nephew from out of state who was in town, and that was supposed to be me and his time, because he was dealing with some shit too, with him and his baby mama and his mama in Arizona. And I took the nigga with me. I'm like, we going to support my friend.
Yeah.
And I knew that it was important to you, so that's why I showed up.
Yeah.
But that's how people, like you said, that's how people are supposed to show up for you when they care about you unconditionally and they understand where you are. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to say a lot or do a lot or give a lot. You just let them know, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. And like you said, when you saw me, that made your day. That was a great day. That made my day. That was a great day.
It was a good day. That made my day. So for me, boundaries, I'm heavy on the boundaries. Like, I don't like people calling me after a certain time of night. I don't even think I told you this.
She be putting her shit on silent, do not disturb anyway.
Yes. And so just the night before last, sir said he was going to buy me a couch, didn't buy me a couch, called me at 1:45 a.m.
That would have been the $10,000 response.
I kindly let him have it.
See, in situations like that, let me tell you, I'm about to give y'all a gem. Ladies, if y'all are dealing with dudes who make promises and is in and out, or he pop up in the middle of the night and all that type of shit. Okay. When a nigga gets to texting you at 2-something in the morning and the last time you talked to him, he made a promise to you. Your response should be transactional. Your response should be, are you about to send X, Y, and Z to my Cash App, my Zelle, my Venmo,
period,
Apple Pay, PayPal, cashier's checks is acceptable, but you can't drop it off tonight. So that would end the conversation. But there's digital ways that you can receive certain compensation that you can literally set the tone and say, unless we continue where we left off at, this conversation is already dead because the invoice hasn't been paid.
Done. That's exactly what I said. I said, he talking about something, I miss you. I said, oh.
I missed that couch.
He said, you don't miss me? I said, no. I said, where's my couch? He was like, wow. I was like, exactly.
That's what you should have said, wow.
Press that red button, and you're not talking about nothing at 2 in the morning.
Delivery is still six weeks behind, is what you telling me? You telling me the furniture is still 6 weeks? Come on.
Why are you calling me at 2 in the morning?
If somebody call you at 2 in the morning at the end of the day, it's just they trying to fuck.
You too old for this kind of stuff, for real.
But you can't say that. Nobody's too old. I don't care.
Clearly.
How old we get, we could be 60, 70. That people still doing the same things, trying to get the same type of attention. These older, elderly. I ain't gonna say old because, I ain't that far. Like, I'm catching up. So certain elderly people, they have the same desires that we have. They want to fuck. They want to hit you up. They want to talk dirty. They want to do all the same shit that we doing. Like, where you think we get it from? Like, they shit don't turn off. Not unless it don't work. But if it don't work, then you trying to find the best pill. You trying to find the best pump. You trying to find the best doctor to fix the shit.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we human. And people really want something in the morning. Come on now. They talking about fucking. Oh, it's not talking about fucking. They talking about something sexual.
Well, I can't do nothing without a couch.
It's not about cuddling. It ain't about having no business conversation. 2 in the morning is fuck time.
Ain't that crazy?
The bar is closed.
On a work night. Go to bed. He talking about, is it 2 a.m.?
Actually, on the work night, it's after 11.
For me, it's after 10.
No, 11 p.m. on the work night is going down.
Yeah, for me, it's after 10. Don't call this phone.
But it be like that.
Don't call this phone.
Well, you did the right thing.
Yeah. You know. When I'm done, I'm done. You got to have a whole grant. Even if he had a grand gesture.
I'm the only person that done refilled my cup a
That's
because
you came here on 10.
Damn.
You came here on 7.
I'm sorry, y'all.
You're working to 10.
Like this. My eyes probably half closed because that gene in me, my eyes get smaller and smaller. They already small.
So, my last thought on boundaries. Our boundaries are important because they keep people from taking advantage of you. They keep you from being drained in your friendships and relationships. And it also teaches people how to respect you.
Definitely.
Period.
You have to set the boundary for everything. And I think a lot of us, like I said, I struggle with it a lot because I want to be there and I want to show up for everybody. So I overextend my time and myself often, and I overcommit. And that's an opportunity for me to start correcting by setting the appropriate boundaries so that I'm not overly committed and extending myself so much to where I'm creating this sort of disappointment in people because they feel like, well, damn, bro, you said you was going to show up for me, you was going to do this. And it don't be nothing to where I still don't do it. It's just that I don't physically be the one to do it.
Yeah.
So that becomes a problem because then it looks like I didn't care. I cared enough to send you some help, but I didn't care enough to participate. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely opportunity for me. All
right. So we got about 13 minutes left. So if anyone wants to call in again, the number is 248-854-9850 if you want to discuss any of the things we talked about in the news or any of our topics, financial infidelity, setting boundaries. And then the last one.
We got 8 minutes is what
just playing. 8 minutes. Okay. Well, anywho.
She said we got 13 minutes.
I mean, okay. I got nothing. So, I got a question for you, Chuck.
What?
Do you feel like our people, our brown, melanated, beautiful people, do you think we got a bad habit of like consistently shaming people about stuff and their choices and stuff? Are we bad at that?
I think that, yeah. I don't think that we are bad at that by choice. I think that we have been brainwashed in a sense where generation after generation has been taught to sweet push, not talk about certain things, and have a certain face on at all times that cause us to seem very judgmental. But I don't think that we are judgmental. I just think that a lot of us don't express ourselves openly as we really want to, because that's just like something as simple as it's a whole lot more freaky motherfuckers than y'all admitting that y'all are. Y'all just don't want people to know that y'all freaky. Or y'all just don't want people to know that y'all like this. Or y'all just don't want people to know that y'all like that. Because I think our culture, in the black community, we strive to be more conservative when ain't shit conservative about us.
Yeah, but that's kind of...
Our culture is not conservative.
But I think that's kind of where the whole thing started with, like, got the hiccups. Amber Rose and, like, the whole slut walk, and because I think
that's silly.
She feels like, you know...
Is she? What is she?
Men and women... She's biracial.
I know, but what?
Black and white, I guess.
Oh, so she's, like, black and white for real?
Yeah.
I think that whole slut walk shit is silly.
But I do see where, growing up, I can see how it started because, like, you get statements from men like, oh, wow. So Revolt is reporting that Kevin Samuels has passed away.
This is breaking news, people.
Oh,
we did just confirm that bro actually passed away. According to Revolt, it says that Kevin Samuels has passed away.
Wow.
Ew, my nigga.
Dang.
I know some of them trolls is happy.
Rest in peace. That is crazy.
All you women, I'll say women because I tend to say other words. All you women that was waiting on that piece of advice, you got to pray on it now.
Dang.
Because everybody ain't going to tell you the truth that it's over.
Well, we're going to continue to listen out for more developments with the Kevin Samuels story.
That's unfortunate, though. We sending prayers out to him and his family.
But... what I was going to say before that is I think that the shaming comes from, like, hearing statements growing up like men saying, I want a lady in the streets but a freak in the bed, or I want a girl with a low body count. Now, if I hear that one more time, a girl with a low body count, huh?
Well, just tell them you got one. Boom.
I wish a fool would ask.
No, I'm just saying,
if a man asks me how many men I've ever had sex with, that's our last conversation. I'm not saying nothing.
You should say one. Make him feel good. Say one.
No.
And then when y'all out, or you see somebody you had some dealings with, you be like, hey, baby, remember I told you that I was with one person? And you're going to be like, yeah. Like,
that's him.
That's him. And then when you run into the next nigga, and y'all out, and you be like, hey, you ain't gonna touch y'all fuck with that one. That's him. He was like, wait a minute, I thought you said one body. These is one body counts. You didn't tell me to add
something's wrong with him. Something is wrong with you.
Because I feel like that is an immature question.
It's so immature.
How many people you fuck? Like, if you ask me how...
But y'all ain't asking when the last time somebody got an HIV or AIDS test. Y'all ain't asking.
Yeah, we ask. People ask that.
I know a lot of people who aren't, though, as above a body count. They worrying about the wrong thing.
I was about to say, body count not important. Like
It's
for me,
not.
body count not important because I got a lot of bodies. So,
but men never think of it like that, and they be the ones.
I think of it like that only because
a guy was like,
I
if
have
a
a
girl
different mindset.
my body count, I definitely ain't messing with her. Like knowing and acknowledging that he's been a dirty bird.
only way that I wouldn't fuck with somebody
Why
who
is
got
that being a dirty bird, though?
like unless you done fuck with the whole crew, like
See?
unless you done fuck with my people, unless you done have relationships with like my brother, my cousins, my circle. That's the only time your body count really matters. Like if part of your body count is not in
It's the
my
homies.
circle, then you know
Hey, that's your
we
past.
would
That's your
body them
business.
together. Like what's the, like? Hey, if it's not in this circle, that don't have nothing to do with me, and I already know whatever they can do, I can do better. So it doesn't even matter. Like it's just one of those things. Like you just got to be confident in yourself to know that it really doesn't fucking matter. Like, because if you start asking those questions, you get your feelings hurt. You start comparing, you get your feelings hurt, and I'm not one to look to get my feelings hurt. And well, I really don't care because I believe that
Do you think the natural women shame the surgery women? I kind of just did with Erica Mena.
I think natural women who scared to get surgery do.
Oh, you think they just? I'm not scared of surgery. I just
Like, but I don't think it's necessary to really shame them because we shame them. So
The men?
I don't think it's. I actually think
the men
as
shame the
men,
surgery bodies.
We categorize y'all from fake bodies to natural bodies.
And the audacity
where
of
the
y'all,
whole-
because it's a few of y'all out here
but
getting
that's where the
some
whole natural body
new
comes from.
apps, and it ain't because y'all went to the gym.
Hey, give me maybe 90 more days. If I ain't got
You
no
going for a
abs in 90
consultation?
days, I'm going to Colombia. I'm coming back
Don't
to
go to
this
Colombia.
bitch looking like Arch. What's the what bro name? I'm coming back.
Champagne Poppy, because I
I
think
don't
he
even
been
know
under
who
the
that
knife.
nigga is.
Drake.
No.
That's his Instagram handle.
My shit gonna be cold. I'm gonna have at least an 8-pack. If I'm gonna lay down, I'm not getting no 6-pack. I'm getting 8 or 10 or 12.
Chisel you up, huh?
Yeah, get me all the fuck together. If I'm gonna lay down, you gonna get me all together.
And then let's see if your thirst trap posts increase,
It
since you
wouldn't
don't
be
know what a thirst
Nah.
trap is.
I guess I definitely wouldn't have no shirt on. Like if I had them up under here, cause my shit good though. Like I really don't care about none of that. I'm good, but if I lay down, I need 10 or 12.
But you know, it's a lot of women out here.
Give me the 12-pack so I can shit on everybody. Don't give me no little whole ass 6.
But just like a lot of men like BBWs, there's a lot of women out here that like the dad bod or the baller belly. Like they ain't tripping.
Oh,
Because they
sure.
say if he got a baller belly, he eating and he paying.
Yeah, that's for sure. But I don't think there's nothing wrong with me, period. I know I got a dad bod, and I'm happy about it.
I don't mind a dad bod, but it's the skinny minis that be attracted to me.
And you should embrace that.
Why? Because I
'Cause
think they
niggas-
trying to steal all my warmth. I'll be like, you just want somebody to be
But
giving you
even if they trying to steal
the warm
warmth and
cuddles.
but here's the thing. See, this is where y'all be missing. If a nigga trying to steal your warmth, right? You say he trying to steal your warmth. He
my
trying to-
warm cuddles.
He trying to give you some coldness.
Oh.
So you is rejecting from receiving some cold shit.
Yeah, I don't
Because you don't want to give a little bit of warmth up. That's a problem. You got to give and take. I think that's a great balance. That makes it
It's
perfect
not a lot of
temperature.
people out here
That makes it
doing the
perfect
balance.
temperature. That makes it perfect temperature.
Dang, 1 minute.
Yeah, we on 1 minute.
That went fast.
That went fast as fuck. And I actually went live on Instagram on my own page for the first time ever. So shout out to anybody that checked me out on Instagram today because I really don't fuck with y'all like well,
I'm
I do.
feeling like a star.
I really don't check in like that. I don't really like to go live. People nosy. But I thought today was Cinco de Mayo, so we would take a shot and have a drink together. So shout out to anybody that checked us out today.
Yes. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, I will post the link to donate to the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. And we thank you for watching A Lady and a Savage podcast. Peace and good night.
Peace. Have a good one.
Yes. Thank you. You said in the fire. Sir,
in a second?
No, I didn't.